It should come as no surprise that a school that has won nearly 60 team national titles in track and field and cross country has had some incredible athletes along the way. But this year's inductee for Adams State, Braun, is amongst the best.
He's definitely in the top handful, I mean, of some of the best athletes that we've ever had. I think one of the things that, another thing that stands out is that when he was actually in college, he was producing at the USA level. I mean, I believe indoors he was fourth at USA's his senior year. I mean, think about that. He was against the pros. He was fourth as a college student, and so I think that when you start to look at some of those things, and then what he did as post-collegian, I think they really stand out. That okay, he had a lot of talent. He worked really hard, but he continued that hard work into the highest levels of our sport.
A 15-time All-American, Braun was named the National Indoor and Outdoor Track Athlete of the Year in 2009.
I think probably one of the top things that I'm proud of Aaron about is that he was a great leader. I think, like people look at some of the accolades and some of the things, but I think what he did with some of the great people on teams is they made their teammates better. And he was one of those types of athletes that he would sometimes, him and a couple of his teammates would come to me and ask me, Coach, what do we need to do to be successful? What do we need? And he was almost like a little general on the field, He would do and say the things that need to be said. A lot of times as student athletes, kids don't always want to do that because they're afraid of maybe their teammates won't like them or whatever, and he was never that way. He was like, okay, what do we need to do? Let's get it done, and I'll help make it. And I think when you have that kind of leadership, it makes a coach's job a little bit easier.
Aaron won 3 individual national titles, finished second 5 different times in his career, and he was also a member of 3 Grizzly team national championships, 2 in cross country and 1 indoor track and field title.
In 2010 in indoors, that was kind of a magical team for us. They won the national title in indoor track, and Aaron was a senior, and he came to me early on and said, Coach, I want a triple at the national meet. And I'm like, I don't know, that's kind of heady stuff for a distance kid, and thoroughly convinced me that he could do it. And so we decided to go ahead and have him do that. He ended up anchoring our distance medley relay that won the national title. We had a couple really good legs. We had one that was struggling and we were a little bit behind. Maybe, I think when he got the baton, he was in like 5th or 6th place and brought us up to the win. Then he ran the prelim of the mile that day. The next day, he won the mile. He was the national record holder in the 3K indoors, but there was not a 3K at the national meet. And he came back and dang near won the 5K. His teammate beat him, but he really showed a high level of performance, and he did it in 3 events and led us to the national team title in the indoor track meet that year.
Braun still holds 4 school records at Adams State and was inducted into their Athletic Hall of Fame in 2015. Congratulations to Adams State's Braun, a member of the RMAC Hall of Fame class of 2023.